John chapter number 5, we are going to read from verse number 4 to verse number 7.
For an angel went down at a certain time into the pool and stirred up the water. Then whoever stepped in first, after the stirring of the water, was made well of whatever disease he had. Now a certain man was there who had an infirmity 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there and knew that he already had been in that condition a long time, he said to him, "Do you want to be made well?" The sick man answered him, "Sir, I have no man to put me into the pool when the water is stirred up. But while I am coming, another steps down before me."
Can we continue? Verse 8.
Jesus said to him, "Rise, take up your bed and walk."
We want to thank this God. We want to thank this God. Come on. I said we want to thank this God. We want to thank this God. I said we want to thank this God. People of God, you will never understand how painful it is to wait for your miracle. You will never how painful it is to wait for your breakthrough. And year after year, you see someone being lifted by the same water that you are watching. You are watching the water lifting men, and you are there wondering, when is my time going to come? The Bible says the man is here and is being asked a question that, do you want to be well? And the response of a man, long back I used to criticize this man until I started to understand that there are some situations that you get through that causes you to even forget what the question is. The question was, do you want to be well? But the response was, I am looking for a man. Do you want to be well? But the response was, I am looking for a man. Why am I looking for a man? It's because every time when it's my opportunity, those who have people that love them pushes them ahead of me. So the water that is bringing about healing, I have seen it. The testimonies of people that are being healed, I have noticed them. I am an eyewitness. But the problem is that when it's my opportunity, I don't have a man. Why? It's because, people of God, there are certain blessings that have got conditions. There are breakthroughs that have got conditions. Give and it shall be given back to you. That's a principle. There are people that are failing not because the opportunity is not there, but they missed the instruction that was released upon that thing that they were supposed to do. The world is made of two things: times and seasons. When your season comes and you don't know that it's my season, you will suffer. Because how do you prepare to plant when the weather report is saying there is no rain this year? Most of the times, most of the people, the problem is not that they are not ready, but there are some times where they have missed the conditions. Because the Bible says, when the water is stirred, the first man to enter gets healed. It does not matter how long you have been in the pool. So the guy is preparing for the year. He already knew the time, the hour, the minute when the angel was there. Maybe he even prepared to walk closer to the river one time. And when the angel stirred the water, he was not the first one in, because the first one in is the first one with a miracle. There is a reason why I am preaching this sermon, because there is something that we are going to ask from God today. And that thing is called mercy. Because if mercy does not come through, because mercy means you have not met all the criteria to be favored, but you still get favored. Thank God for Jesus, who is able to visit even those who are slow. Thank God who visits those who are not the first. They are not the first in their family to be loved. They are not the first in their family to be selected. They are not the first in the lineup for marriage. They are the last one that are there. But thank God, He also visits those who are slow. Thank God, He also visits those who are weak. Because the battle of life, sometimes the strongest always wins if there is no intervention of God. If there is no mercy, there is no way David can stand against Goliath and come back with a testimony. God is coming for a man who has not met all the right criteria. And the man is there to explain that, sir, I could have been at my house 7 years ago, but I was not the first one. Sir, I could have been at my house 20 years ago, but I was not the first. Last year, I thought it was my year, but someone entered first. Then this year, I was the only one at the pool, but suddenly when I was about to enter, they carried someone ahead of me. But thank God, He also visits the slow. The Bible says He watches over the sparrow. The sparrow is the smallest bird, but He watches over it. Sometimes you are not the first one. Sometimes you are not the selected one. Sometimes you are not the favored one. But Jesus is also coming for you. I don't know if I'm talking to somebody. This month of February is also coming for you. This year 2026 is also coming for you. There are some times when you are not the first. I don't know if I'm talking to somebody right here, but I've come here to announce to you that is also coming for you. He's also coming for you. Without a CV, without a qualification, without the right criteria, without the right people in the office. People of God, they are keeping on giving their relatives jobs. They are keeping on giving their own opportunities. Who is going to remember the sparrow if it's not Jesus? Who is going to remember the weak, the defenseless, if it's not Jesus? They use power to control. They use witchcraft to defeat. If He does not come for you, you are gone. That's the prayer that I want you to make this evening and say, Lord, I don't have anyone to watch me. I don't have anyone to remember me. I don't have the right conditions to be at the top. I don't have the life, because it's time and chance. My time came, my time passed. I watched my time arriving, and I watched it leaving me. I watched my opportunities come. I watched my opportunities going. Lord, come for me also. Come through for me. I was praying in the morning, God told me and said, I also visit the slow. I also visit the tortoise. There is a day where even a tortoise will win. There is a day where Saul, who has been killing people, gets remembered. When mercy comes into effect, you see Jesus saying, you are not going to be rushing for the poor. Because this time he didn't say, let's go to the pool. He said, pick up your mat and go. Pick up your mat. I know you are slow, but you can still pick up your mat and go. I know you are not the most favored, but you can still pick up your mat and go home. Lord, I'm not the most holy person. You can still pick up your mat and go. Lord, I'm not the most qualified. You can still pick up your mat. Mercy, Lord. Mercy. Mercy. Mercy means you have ticked all boxes that you are not qualified. But you still get chosen. If it's not for mercy, people will perish. That's why David said the enemy was already planning. Not only did he put a snare, he had already put me in a vacuum where I could not come out. There was no coming out of the jaws. We might not be the fastest, but God also visits the slow. You are not hearing me. You might be doing things wrong. God can also visit the slow. I was praying, I was crushed over something today. And God started to minister to me and says, I also visit the slow. I also visit the sparrow. I also go to the sparrow where it's staying, and I make sure that there is no snake. Some of you are like, for 38 years I've been on one close. Don't worry. This week is also coming for you. He is also coming for you. Lord, I've been in one place, I don't know. He is also coming for you. How good is that God? When mercy comes into effect, even the protocol of success, the protocol of remembrance are crushed. The Bible already says when the angel comes, that's when people are supposed to be helped. That's when people are supposed to be healed. But God is taking his time from his busy schedule to look at that one man, says, what do you want me to do? And the man is saying, if someone could look at my CV and see that I'm qualified enough, if someone could look at me and see that I'm beautiful enough to get married, if someone could look at me and see that I can start a business, if someone could look at me. And Jesus said, don't worry about someone looking at you because I'm already here. Don't worry about someone remembering you because I'm already here. Don't look at someone favoring you because I'm already here. The story of 38 years can end in a minute. When mercy is involved, your story. You also visits the weak. You also visits the weak. He also visits the weak. He is also visiting someone right now who is feeling like the pressures of life are crushing them. You are also getting a visitation. There is something that God, people of God, I want you to understand that He visits the weak. He visits the slow. He visits those who are not qualified. He visits those who are rejected. He says the stone which the builders have rejected. He also visits what has been set. I don't know if I'm talking to somebody. I don't know what they have said about you. I don't know what they have decided about you. I don't know what they have planned and concluded about you. He is also visiting the weak. He visits the defenseless. He also visits. You can imagine. This guy thinking I found someone to carry me. Not knowing that this time it's not about being carried. This time you are carrying what has been stuck you on. Carry your mate, carry your mate. Move from that place of unemployment. Move from that place of lack of favor. Move from that place of lack of a house. Move from that place of lack of a finance. He is also remembering you. He is also remembering you. He is also remembering you. You can go before the Lord and tell Him how helpless you are. Lord, I have tried all that I can and I have failed. Lord, I have tried. Lord, mercy, 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 mercy. There was a man of God called Archbishop Duncan Williams. One day, his father, Benson Idahosa, invited one of the great generals, Oral Roberts, to his church. And after the crusade, he went back to America and he wrote, I was in one of the branches of Idahosa. And when he saw the newspaper, he wrote a letter and said, my church is not a branch. It's my church. I'm not a pastor, I'm a founder. Then his father sent him a letter and said, come to Nigeria. Come. He wrote a letter and says, no, I will not. I will not. He sent elders. Archbishop Benson Idahosa sent elders to say, go and talk to him and say, it is me who is called for you. And guess what he said? He said, I'm not coming. They said, do you know who you are saying no to? He said, yes, I know, Idahosa. I'm not coming. Then Idahosa wrote a letter and said, now that you have grown and you have become a man, I am taking my covering of you. Do you know what he did? He took the letter, tore it apart, threw it in fire. Then he received a letter from the FBI. Plastered his photos online saying he is wanted dead or alive. In less than a year, his life turned from something to nothing. Thank God for beautiful and intelligent wives. His wives went to him and said, are you not seeing that this is as a result of that man? And the wife went to Mama Idahosa and said, Mama, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. Please. You are seeing a child is moving and running and you are quiet. You want me to talk. Then he said, I cannot help you. But my husband is going to UK at this time, Let your husband go to UK. And when he's coming from the airport, let him just plead for mercy. And he flew to UK, waited for him at the airport. When he saw Benson Idahosa coming in, he just laid on the floor and said, mercy, Papa, mercy. 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 He never said anything. He never said I was wrong. Just cried out, mercy. And Benson Idahosa just stood up and said, devil, this battle is between me and my son. Back off. The FBI wrote and said mistaken identity. The man was already marked for death. But mercy changed the story. I said you might be marked for destruction, marked for hell, but tonight we are going before the throne of grace and ask for mercy, mercy, mercy. The prodigal son, just after spending all that he spent, he came back to the father and said, Father, I have sinned before you and God. Mercy, 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 mercy. Mercy over my life, over my life, over my health. Mercy, 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 mercy over our church, over Divine End Ministries. Mercy, mercy, mercy over our leadership. Mercy over our men and our women. Mercy over our kids. Mercy, 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 mercy over the prophet. Mercy over everywhere. Mercy surround me. Mercy surround me. Without mercy, their plans will succeed over our lives. Without mercy, because already we are there. There was a time where the devil stood before the Lord and started accusing the man of God for being dirty. The man of God, he was right, but mercy. The Bible says they brought a woman who was caught in adultery in the very act, and they were already holding stones ready to cast them at her, ready to kill her, having proof, having the law. They even said, we have a witness called Moses. He said, such women we are not supposed to play. We are supposed to kill. And Jesus bent down and he started writing. I can tell that he was writing the word mercy. He was writing the word mercy, because when he stood up, he said, if you don't have a sin, cast the first stone. And one by one, they started walking out. I am here to tell you that mercy will speak for you. Mercy will cover you. Mercy will protect you. Mercy will guide you. Mercy will defend you. Mercy will remember you. Mercy will protect. Oh, somebody shout mercy. If this is the slow, Lord, I'm slow. I've been slow. Lord, I'm a sinner. Lord, I have tried, I have failed. I have tried, I have tried, I have tried, I have tried, I have tried. I have failed. I have put CVs all over. Mess. Because do you know that there might be something that your father did that is blocking your testimony? There might be something that your mother did that is blocking your testimony. You have prayed, you have confessed, and it's not working. You have declared, you have seeded, it's not working. One thing that I will tell you that will work is mercy. Because mercy rides over judgment. Mercy rides over judgment. Mercy is louder than judgment. That's why when a person is guilty or they found guilty in the court, they say we are asking for the mercy of the court. I know I am wrong, but I am asking for the mercy. With technicality, you could be going to 10 years in prison, 3 years in prison, and the judge will begin to say, you are guilty. You are supposed to serve such a sentence, but we are releasing you. Not because you are not guilty, but because mercy overrides any judgment. Anything that was speaking against your finances, I am speaking the hand of mercy. Anything that was speaking against your health, I am speaking mercy. Anything that was speaking against your upliftment, I am speaking mercy. One man just cried out, Son of David, have mercy over me. Have mercy. Have mercy. That's the only thing that he was shouting for, mercy. He understood. The Bible even said the man was a foolish man, but he understood that even in the foolishness, he knew what to say. The two thieves on the cross, one wanted to be heard by people, but one knew the right things to say. He said, I know this crime that I committed, they are going to kill me. But I don't want to suffer here and suffer tomorrow again. Lord, when you go, remember me. My question is, what is it that Jesus have to remember on a thief? The guy is a thief. What is Jesus supposed to remember on a thief? He is saying, Lord, remember the reason for your dying on the cross. Remember. That's the only, oh my God, 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 oh my God. Mercy speak over me. And Jesus said, tonight, not angels, not seraphims, I will be with you. I will be with you. I will be with you. In other words, when Jesus was walking into paradise, he did not go alone. He was holding the hand of a thief. He is holding the hand of a thief. And the devil is wondering how come the thief is also in paradise. How come the thief is also in, because mercy was speaking over him. Mercy was covering. People of God, the Bible says no one is holy, not even one. Do you know that when you see a person who is stealing, you say a sinner, yet you are a liar? We don't condemn people, we condemn those who sin differently from us. But mercy. Mercy. I want you to pray. Wherever you are seated there, I just want you to just begin to speak mercy. Begin to just speak mercy. Begin to speak mercy. Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy. Mercy over my life. Mercy over my life. Mercy, mercy. Mercy. I have tried to use my connections. It didn't work. Mercy. Have mercy on me, Lord. Have mercy on me. You are the one who visit even the slow. You are the one who visit even the weak. Mercy. Mercy. Begin to cry out before the Lord. Begin to cry out before the Lord. Begin to cry out before the Lord. Mercy. Begin to cry out before the Lord. Mercy. 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 Begin to